Hey guys, welcome to my channel Glen. My name's Glenn and I like to share with you what I learn in the world of cryptocurrency as I go through it. So we're actually returned to the Bit Cave. Since I've been off due to this coronavirus, I thought I'll actually put the effort in and finish off this this shed. So I'm finishing building this wall off today and I'm going to lay all new flooring, and then I'm probably going to wallpaper all around here, and then I'll get a nice little desk set up and I can start doing videos maybe on a more regular basis. So in terms of the channel, thank you to everyone who's liked the video, anyone who's subscribed to the channel recently. Bitcoin has dropped off, I would say, in terms of popularity, in terms of the need for knowledge for new things. So there's been a big decline in people watching and liking videos and stuff like that. But even though I know only probably 40-50 people watch this video, I always said I will still maintain to do videos when something happens that I find interesting. I'm not just gonna continually plow out videos every single day, just me chatting about the price of Bitcoin going up and down, because that doesn't interest me and I get bored and I lose interest. So I just do videos when something comes up that I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And today I wanted to talk about, I was on Facebook and I noticed that Exodus, the wallet app that you can get for your desktop or on your phone, they advertised that they're going to start doing compounding interest on your cryptocurrencies through their wallet. This really excited me because with a lot of these compounding interest websites like Nexo, crypto.com, I've been waiting for their cards to come out, because then that would sort of almost solidify to me a bit more certainty about that company. I found Nexo. I've been on their waiting list for a UK release of their card for God knows how long now. I swear it's been like a year. They emailed saying, or they put on their Twitter that it was now available in the UK. So I thought, yes, brilliant. And I'd done a video about it then. Still no word. I checked their website the other day. It's still a waiting list. Crypto.com, they said that they were coming to the UK beginning of 2020. We're now obviously in March. I know obviously coronavirus has kicked off the last couple of weeks, but even before that there was no news or anything. So I was a bit unsure about sending them websites money if they're not even sticking to what they originally planned a year or two ago. So I've held off from this. Now, one of the other things is this DeFi movement, this decentralized finance movements at the moment. A lot of their websites and a lot of their exchanges and structures haven't been sort of defined, like, what do you call it? They're running slow, glitchy, people are having issues, people were sending the wrong money, putting the decimal points in the wrong places. So I've just thought, right, I'm going to leave that until it becomes more user-friendly, until there's a really clear site that's like, we're not, you know, we're legit, we're audited, we're clear. So that's what I've been waiting for. That's the thing that I'm like, yes, this is what I want. Now, there's literally only a couple of names in the crypto space that I trust, and maybe I shouldn't give them my trust. Maybe they've done something that should lead me to a path where I shouldn't trust them, but there's only a couple of names. I would have put Coinbase in there, but even they're a bit, especially with the coins they've been adding onto their platform. I was looking through it yesterday and I was thinking, why is this on here? Like, what, you know? But it blows my mind. So the other one of the names that is from the beginning, from day one when I got involved in cryptocurrency, they've been there, and no matter whether the prices of crypto has gone up or down or whatever, their website's never failed, shut down, hacked, as far as I'm aware. And that is Exodus. Exodus to me is one of the, like, what would you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Like, to me, like a legitimate company They're very clear at the beginning. You know, you can exchange cryptocurrency through our app and we make a cut. So yeah, Exodus is one of the brands that I probably have the most trust in the cryptocurrency space. I've never really trusted Binance, Coinbase. I sort of have a level of, I think they've got a level of integrity sort of there, but I would actually put Exodus above them. Now, I can be completely way off with that, and maybe they'll get hacked one day or something will happen to them, but once they release the app on the iPhone, I downloaded that, I've been using it, always works. You know, I lost my keys to this one day and I've managed to get them back. I found them really easy. But so anyway, they posted that they're now going to start offering compounding interest on some of your cryptocurrencies that are stored within this wallet. So I was like, this is it. This is the brand that I like, the company that I like, on a platform that I use. I already use it. And all I have to do is leave my money in there and it will start incurring compounding interest. Yes! Get in, Exodus. So, going on to this platform, I had to wait until this morning because I read that on Facebook just before I was about to go to sleep. So I thought I'll play about with it today and then I'll video it because that interests me. So what I noticed at first, you have to go over to your settings on your Exodus and you have to actually enable the app navigation. So you turn this on or off. So if you turn it on, when you go back to the home page, you'll see here that you now have portfolio, wallet, exchange, which their exchange is still really expensive. Compounding finance. So click on here. And it says, watch your cryptos grow. At the moment, they're offering 2.27% in a variable APY. What does that mean? That means what your annual return would be, including compounding interest. So you'd get 2.27%. Now, that's a lot better than money in the bank, but obviously they're typically, with these sort of things, there is a risk. So just bear that in mind. I'm not paid or sponsored, or I don't get anything from Exodus. There's no referral program, nothing like that. So I don't care whether you use this or not. But with this, they're offering, if you can send them DAI, which is the Ethereum stable coin that sort of tries to fluctuate itself against the price of Ethereum RC20 tokens, has a smart contract in place so that you are guaranteed to get a return on having the DAI in place already. Now, you can go to some of these DeFi websites and set these up and you will get better returns than this. But like I say, their websites are not as user-friendly. You have to trust that website and that platform. Whether how hard or easy it is to use and how much you understand of smart contracts and RC20 tokens and all of that. So for beginners, for people that just want to put their money somewhere that they feel safe, I think Exodus is that great middleman, if you like. So essentially, you're giving your money to the company Compounding Finance, but through your wallet through Exodus. Now, I believe this is only available on desktop versions of Exodus, so don't try and do this on your phone or your tablet. But what you need to do is you need to have a certain amount of Ethereum. And what I've done is I've gone through and I've clicked on this support page and I've read through all of it. There's a little video here that you can watch. I won't play through the whole thing. And then they've got a little help section and I've read through all of it. And I think the biggest takeouts you have to take from this is the safety aspect, because this is all to do with smart contracts, there is a potential in the future, if say a code got hacked or manipulated in a certain way where all of a sudden it could withdraw everyone's balances. So that is a risk. But unfortunately, even if your money was in a bank, as we've seen with this coronavirus, your bank gets shut down, there's always a risk of something happening somewhere. So unless you've got some sort of insurance in place that's going to pay you out in case of one of those eventualities, there's a risk everywhere where you put your money. Even if you had it under your bed, you've got to hope that no one nicks it, or your dog doesn't eat it, or you don't have a flood and it gets all soaked. So there's a risk with it. There's nowhere that's 100% legitimate, can't be touched. So anyway, that's the risk. So bear that in mind. Now this APY, this compounding interest, due to supply and demand of the smart token, the rate can change. The one that they advertised during this help section is something like 8 point something percent. There you go, 8.08%, which is massive. Bearing in mind at the moment, interest rates have dropped, especially in the UK, to 0.1%. I think in America they're at 0%. Some countries are minus, so you have to pay money to have it. It's crazy. These are offering you know, between 2 and 8%, which is amazing. But you have that risk factor of, you know, if something got manipulated or hacked. So I wouldn't recommend putting all your life savings into this, but the flip side of that, the plus side, is that with this Exodus version of this compounding finance, you send them DAI and it is stored through your desktop, but obviously they have access to your funds. You get paid by the hour. So literally, it's like live time. So you will literally watch your balance increase.
Hey there.
Let me just show you.
Welcome to the Exodus Compound
You will see your balance
tutorial.
increasing.
We're going
like this. I probably should have
and
done that.
deposit your entire DAI balance.
There we go, here.
Privacy of your
So
own
up the top
wallet.
here, we've got a balance of the amount of DAI that this person's deposited to it. And you can literally see it growing. Now, at any point,
you can withdraw your DAI whenever you want.
you can withdraw it whenever you
funds
want.
will be
Now, that is a massive plus. If you put money into any platform where it's paying you 2 or 3% APY, sorry, you typically have to say, right, I'll put my money in there for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. You have to sort of give them some sort of commitment. But the way that these work is every time a block gets worked on the Ethereum blockchain, so that's every like couple of minutes, you're getting a small percentage of the amount of money that you're holding in there. So you are getting money, you know, the interest live, which again is blew my mind. So I thought, rather than just talking about it, why don't I actually give it a go? So I've actually sent Ethereum to my Exodus wallet, and I haven't gone past this step, so obviously we're going to go through that together. So let's click Start Earning Now. You have no DAI, so exchange DAI. So we've got our Ethereum there into DAI. Let's go all of it, which is, I've got just over 1 Ethereum. I've actually got 1.09 Ethereum. So in the UK, that's about 117 pounds worth, which in American dollars, if you're watching in the USA, is probably about 130, 140 dollars worth of Ethereum. But it's saying here that if I transfer over 117 pounds worth, I'm going to end up with 112 DAI, so 12 pounds worth DAI. So I'm going to lose about £5 in this exchange. So I'm down a fiver already. Probably would have made sense to do it on another platform like Coinbase, because that's where this Ethereum's come from, and see how much they charge to convert it into DAI first, then send it to Exodus. But I've just thought of that while I'm talking. So let's do the exchange on that. So now we need to wait for the best sound in cryptocurrency, is that little chingy sound, ching. Then we know that the exchange has taken place and it's deposited it to my account. So they've done a little update here. It says 1 exchange in progress, which is quite handy. So we're just waiting for the exchange to take place on Exodus. You can see on their website, you can actually see them now, it happening in real time, which is really good. You can see it processing, it's thinking about it. So the Exodus platform is so good. I must say, I don't know if I ever did a review of it, but it's one of the top. I've got about, let's have a look. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 12 apps on my phone that are all either wallets, crypto wallets, or exchange apps, and there's hundreds more out there that I don't even know about. I would say Exodus is like top. They seem to bring out updates on a regular basis, but they take their time with it. I remember people saying, I commented on one of their Twitter feeds saying, when are you going to release an iPhone version? But other people are asking, when are you going to be doing compound interest? When are you going to be offering apps? When are you going to be offering you know, cheaper exchanges? When can we do this? When can we do that? Are you going to have your... I mean, if Exodus released their own coin, I would probably buy it, just because of how successful and well they've maintained and operate. I've never heard a bad news story about Exodus. Now, I'm sure someone will comment on this video saying, yeah, but there was this one time they did this, this and this, but I'm just going from my own personal experiences. So I'm not advising or recommending any of you to use them, but so far I've been very happy with the service that I get from Exodus, and if they keep releasing features like this, then it's even better. So happy days. I'm still waiting for the chingy sound. I should talk a bit about the coronavirus. So I wish all of you out there that you stay safe. I think the UK's handled it pretty well. We could have done something sooner, but we're going to start seeing the number of deaths increase probably over the next 3 or 4 days, and then I imagine there's going to be a drop-off. And I estimate that give it sort of 3 to 4 weeks, and I reckon we can sort of start returning back to normal life. If I'm just looking at the maths, I'm not looking at trying to stay clear of... I actually watch the news and read stuff on social media, and I take from it what I believe to be true and what I don't. So I have a very biased view of what I think is happening and stuff like that. So but that's all I can go on, really. You can't always trust what the news and the media tell you. Yeah, if you listen to them, they'll have you believe that we're going to be in quarantine for 6, 9 months, year, 18 months. I've heard these figures quoted about, and I just think, what are they talking about? But yeah, I'm hoping that things will go back to normal by the end of April. Obviously, that's for the UK. I feel that America, the way that Trump especially is handling the virus spread, isn't to the best of what the people deserve. And I've heard them already come out of excuses about, oh yeah, we're going to have 100 to 200,000 people die. That's because we're such a big country and it's hard to monitor people. Well, China is 1 billion people, and if they can do it, then I'm sure America could do an even better job. And I feel Africa as well. Africa are gonna... I sort of feel sorry for the African nations more, because when it hits their shores... Hey, the die's gone through. I'll just finish off what I was saying. When the African countries and it spreads there, a lot of people have obviously suffered with HIV and the spread of that over years, and their immune system's already very low. So once they get it, you may see a lot of deaths in Africa. But I've been really proud with how Britain have handled it. The 750,000 volunteers for the NHS, that blew my mind. I think it might be 1 million now, but obviously we're quite a small nation, really. And to have 1 million people volunteer to help other sick people, I just think that's amazing, and everyone's chipping in and helping in. So I'm actually, it's made me very proud to be British at the moment, the way that we've handled it. And I'm sure there are negative people out there, and I'm one of them as well, with the UK government could have done it sooner, but I believe they had to sort of wean us into it. If you just tell 60 million people, right, you can't go outside, they're going to kick off. So I think they had to slowly introduce lockdown to us, so we understood the I can't think of the way, the severeness of it all. Otherwise, people just wouldn't have stuck to it. So I don't know. It's sort of to and fro. But anyway, back to the video. So we've got 115 pounds worth of cryptocurrency in our wallet now. Let's go over to the compound finance. You need to have so much Ethereum as well as DAI to use this. You gotta be kidding me. Let's come out of this. Start earning. You need Ethereum and DAI. So now I've got to make an exchange. So it's already cost me a £5. Now I've got to exchange. Let's click this one. DAI into Ethereum. So I need 0. How much did it say? 0. Is it 0.2? 0.29. So really, let's just say 0.03. Exchange DAI, and I want 0.03, which is 4 DAI, but you can't do that. A small amount of Ethereum is required to start this exchange. So they don't make that very clear. I'm now going to have to go on my Coinbase app and either buy some more Ethereum. Right, so far this has been painful. So let's just reiterate. So before you do this, you need so much DAI to start off with, and then you also need some Ethereum to go with that, otherwise you can't send the DAI over. So but anyway, I have them both now. I've had to just go and purchase some through Coinbase and then transfer it from my Coinbase wallet to Exodus. So although I was giving all that bigging up to Exodus, I couldn't actually use Exodus without Coinbase in the first place. So I suppose that says something. So we're going to put all of my DAI in there, which is 136 DAI. We're going to deposit that. And there you go. You can see my balance there going up, which is awesome. Lifetime profit updates every minute. So now I can leave that on there and I can withdraw it whenever I want. So if I withdraw this later on today, obviously I should have more amount than I had when I started off. So that is earning interest permanently. So while I'm sleeping tonight, that will be earning interest. When I wake up in the morning, that will be earning interest, which is awesome because I'm quite happy to leave that there. Couple things, obviously, through me doing this, actually physically doing it, is that make sure you buy some Ethereum and then do the exchange in DAI as cheap as possible. Otherwise, it's cost me a £5 already to do the exchange through Exodus. So I'm probably not going to earn that interest back over the 6 months or year. So I've actually lost money throughout the whole experience. Then you need a certain amount of Ethereum as well. So don't transfer all your Ethereum into DAI like I just did. Leave some so that you can obviously make the transaction happen. So there's my money working away and it's going up, as you can see. So that's really good news. So that's it. That's me earning compounding interest. Obviously, if I had 1,000, 2,000 or whatever, that's going to compound a lot quicker and you're going to earn a lot more money. So the more you put into it, the more you'll be earning each day. Plus, you also need to keep an eye on this because the rates change. As I showed you earlier, they were quoting before that it was like 8% or something. So it depends on the supply and the demand of people borrowing DAI tokens the other end through the other end of smart contracts. So yeah, I think that's really interesting. I was actually just keeping that Ethereum in my Coinbase wallet anyway, which obviously is earning nothing. I just hope that one day it went up in value. So then I suppose you have to weigh up, especially if things start rocketing in price, you have to wonder, will Ethereum rise quicker than the interest that you would have earned? But this is almost like a a guaranteed way of making money, whether the price goes up or down. Whereas obviously if you're just holding on to the assets, you have to hope that at some point they go back up in value. So there you go. That's my pros and cons of the Exodus compounding interest through their app on the desktop. You can't do it on your phone, but if you have been using this, please comment down below, or you can join me on the Telegram group chat, which obviously I posted this on there the other night and asked people their thoughts of it. Bit of a mixed feelings about it. Someone messaged me saying that they think it's a bit of a scam. Some people have messaged me saying that it's really good. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, people that have maybe used this already. I thought I'd share it with you guys today. That's it from me. I'm going to leave you to it now, guys, and I'll do another video when something else pops up that I find really interesting in the world of cryptocurrency. And what I'll do is I'll give you a little update of what my balance is once I've left, because I'm just going to leave that in there now ticking over for as long as possible. So I'll keep you guys posted, and then every now and then maybe I'll try and make a withdrawal and see if it charges me any fees or something like that that I may lose out on. So that's it from me, guys. I'll see you later. Don't forget to hit the like button and click subscribe if you're new to this channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.